Let's take a look at resource attributes. I believe they're called resource attributes because these are additional attributes that you can add to resource that's outside of the scope of the properties. Because normally when you specify a resource, you'll have type and properties, and those are the two attributes. But these are the additional ones that have additional functionality. The first here is the creation policy. This prevents its status from reaching create complete until its CloudFormation receives a specified number of success signals or timeout period is exceeded. You're going to use the CFN signal to communicate with CFN. We definitely do that in a lab. You need IAM permissions to send signals to CFN. Then there's the deletion policy. This is when you want to say what's going to happen on deletion. So we have delete, retain, or snapshot. Not all of these are available for all resources, but for databases, you'll often see that snapshot feature to take a snapshot or backup before it deletes. But yeah, those are options there. We have update policy. So how to handle an update for things like auto-scaling groups, Elasticache. I don't know why it says domain. Maybe like a domain name for RefD3 or Lambda alias. So in that example here, we can see we have an update policy specifically for auto-scaling, replacing update, and what would happen with that auto-scaling group. I'm not sure why the P is missing here. I guess I just missed it. But there's supposed to be a P right here. So nobody tell me about that. I just released another course and somebody like pointed to like 4 hours into the course and I released it literally the next day and someone 4 hours in is like, there's a spelling mistake right here. So I try to correct those if I see them on screen here. We have update replace policy. So to retain or back up the existing physical instance of a resource when it's replaced during a stack update operation. So very similar to that other one. We have depends on. So this is when you want to say which resource depends on the other, because sometimes certain resources have to be created before the other ones, or the CloudFormation stack will fail. CloudFormation is pretty smart about figuring out the order, but not always. And sometimes you will have to specify them, or you can force the order if you want them to be in a specific order. Then we have metadata. And so metadata is the resource attribute metadata. And this is where you can add additional information. You can use CFN get metadata to grab this information. I didn't put it in a slide here, but when we talk about cloud init, CloudFormation init, CFN init, that is a very special type of metadata that initializes EC2 instances. So you'll see some special use cases for metadata, but for the most part, you can just put whatever data you want and then programmatically pull it to work with your resources. But there you go.